And our first subject today will be on the subject of intimacy, which is a major part of our lives and a major foundation of anything we do in our Christian lives. In the Old Testament, in the book of Joel, they blew a trumpet called a shofar. Now some of you might say, well, what is a shofar? Well, a shofar is a traditional trumpet from Israel. This one is a particular triple twist trumpet made out of an antelope's horn. And it's also a symbol of the prophetic voice, if you like, of God. The Bible says in the book of Joel, blow the trumpet in Zion. So I'm going to attempt to do that. I'm not a master at it at all, and with all respect to my Jewish brethren, I will blow the trumpet on the first of our programs. So here we go. This is for you, Lord.
Only by grace can we stand. It's not by a human endeavor, but by the blood of the Lamb. Into your presence you draw us, you call us to come. Into your presence you draw us, and now by your grace we come.
Music is such an important part of our lives in our modern world. And we're going to explore this subject of intimacy. You know, the Bible is an absolutely amazing book. It's not just a book written by a bunch of people that's irrelevant. It's a book, it's a manual for life. It's a book that's inspired by the Spirit of God. And you know, the Bible actually says to greet one another with a holy kiss. How many of us do that in churches? Hey Tim, come over here. Brother, Tim's on camera here. We're going to greet one another with a holy kiss. So I'm going to kiss you today because God gave us lips to kiss with. It's amazing He actually did that. And so we greet you in Europe, we greet you in America, wherever you happen to be by television, because we want to share the great things of our God. I'd like to share with you something in the Bible. In the New Testament, we often go to church to worship. We go to our buildings and we lift our hands and we sing and we praise. But did you know that it's a very interesting thing that the word worship in the New Testament, most of the New Testament is written in Greek, and the word worship actually means to kiss. The Greek word is proskuneo, as a dog licks its master's face. You know, those of you who've got dogs, they'll come up to you and they go, and they'll lick you. Imagine those Dobermans, you know, all that saliva coming down. Well, that's kind of like, the passion of that is kind of like what worship is, what the intimacy of being a Christian is all about. I'm not saying that we've got to be like a dog, but it's that passion, it's that closeness, it's that intimacy that God speaks about in the Bible. And we can have that kind of intimacy with God. And when we have that understanding in our hearts and that relationship with Him, anything is possible.